Hello guys, this is the SWTOR guy here and welcome back to another video. Sorry if my mic doesn't working again and stuff like that. I'll apologize for that, but hopefully it's gonna work at some point. But now, let's talk about the future of Star Wars The Old Republic, or what's gonna bring us on 2017. In case you didn't know, BioWare said they're gonna focus on group content this year. But what does this means by group content? If we're talking about story last year, they not just put it story. Of course, they put it the main focus on story, but they put it other things. So I'm just gonna go and talk about what is I think will coming out on 2017, or what will bringing us into the table of 2017. So let's just go into the few topics here, because there is definitely a lot of stuff we can talk about here and stuff like that. So this is not a top 5, but and it's just similar, because at some points or some topics I want to talk a little bit more on those. So let's go. So the first thing obviously is the group content. What are we talking about in group content is operations. Do we gonna see again an operation? I don't think so. I think the operations are gonna change big time. The reason why I said it, because the flashpoints are like changed into these uprisings, which is like just fast action phased thing, which I think personally it's a really good idea. Don't get me wrong. Flashpoints are good as well in story wise, but if you wanted to talk about like really just action packed stuff, there is definitely the operations. Now, there is one problem with the operations. They are started to remove the operations, modes, because they removed the Eternity Vault, Kraga's Palace, Nightmare Mode, or Master Mode, whatever you want to call it. They removed it, and they not gonna bring it back. So what this means, the rest of the operations, except the previous ones, the Ravagers and Temple of Sacrifice, has Nightmare Mode. Now, do they gonna remove it? No, I don't think so, because the more things, the more difficulty you're going in, the more rewards you're gonna get. So obviously they're not gonna remove it. Now, what exactly can they do? If are they gonna release a new operations with free modes again? So story, hard, and nightmare. I don't know, and I don't think so. I think they're gonna remove the operations, or they just gonna change it into something else, which is gonna be same as Uprisings. So the Uprisings, you're just gonna simply go in, defeat those, and things like that. Not much story behind it, kill it. Pretty simple idea. I think they're gonna do the same on Uprisings. So Uprisings, you're gonna go 8-man, but obviously I don't know if they can do it on 60 men, and I don't think they will, because the player base is not much. But if they will, that will be a I'm not gonna say a smart idea, but it's a really different idea, because the Uprisings are different, like same as flashpoints are different. The operations are different, and I don't know if that is gonna be like good or bad, because of course in the Uprisings again there is the chance you can do it on master mode again. So they can put it into master modes, and in the operations they can do the same, but again they need to put more focus than back on Eternity Vault, Karaga's Palace, Ravagers, and Temple of Sacrifice to put it into Nightmare Mode, if they could release a Nightmare Mode again. So I don't know about that. The second thing, which is I don't know if they gonna try to focus on 16 men, to be perfectly honest, because they are talked about open world PvP, which was really good on those world bosses. If you're interested in, there is the dark versus light thing, which is If the light or dark wins, there is a certain world boss spawning in one random location, and you need to kill it if you want to get like achievements and fun. To be perfectly honest, but that's about it. So I don't know if they're gonna refocus on 16 man, but the 8 man for Uprising is definitely a good idea. But for 16 man, I'm not quite sure what they're gonna put. But definitely they're gonna put like a big oriented group content in there for sure for 2017. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's definitely on the table there. Okay, so that was it for the operations wise. Now let's go to another topic, which is the uprisings. Now, definitely we're gonna see more uprisings, but I don't know when. Probably after summer for sure, because they just put it 5 new uprisings, and after that they need to release it on master mode. So, or I think they're gonna release it on master mode this time. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I need to recheck that. But if they want to do something really group content-ish, then they need to put more uprisings, because the uprisings are just small action-paced things. Don't get me wrong, the uprisings are really great, but I'm not into them too much yet. Don't get me wrong, I've done like 10, 11 of them, but I'm not really into it, so hopefully they will change it. But the question is, what will happen to the flashpoints? That is the other topic which I wanted to talk about, is the flashpoints. Do we gonna see again a flashpoint ever since the uprisings are here? My answer is to this, no. The reason why, because they just switched it into these uprisings. And the uprisings, you don't need to talk about too much, and you don't need to choose between light or dark and stuff like that. You just need to go in there, and you just need to kill a lot of dudes, and after that go out and receive your reward. Nothing else. In the flashpoints, you need to see conversations, you need to talk about more stuffs and things like that. Basically, Star Wars The Old Republic is all about the story during MMO, and the story during flashpoints, I think they are really great. And I don't think they need to change that sort of idea, because I really love those flashpoints. Like, I don't know how many flashpoints are in this game, probably like 30 plus, but I really enjoy it, even though there is not much stuff. But for example, the Ragu one, the Lost Island, and the Ragu Resurrection, or Ragu whatever it's called, I really, really love that flashpoints. I think they are my favorite, and the Colocoid War game, of course. But still, there is a lot of potential in these flashpoints, and they can change it or just convert these into uprisings and stuff like that, obviously. But they're not gonna do it. But I don't think there's any more flashpoints are coming out, which is a sad thing. They just going into the uprisings big time, and they not gonna do anything else. But that's about it for PvE wise. Now let's talk about PvP wise. What will happen? Definitely we're gonna see new war zones for sure. But I'm not quite sure if we're gonna see arena, like the small arena, or the big ones with the 8 versus 8 one, not the 4 versus 4 one. Because they need it. At some point they need some kind of change for PvP, and I think the best thing would be a crossover change, same as what they done in the Odessa Proving Grounds. I think that will be a great thing, just in PvP general wise. If you're playing Hotball, you can play with assassins, smuggler, agent, whatever you want to play. I think they need to do it at some point. I definitely think, because at some point the server merges, even though if it's happening or not, I don't know about that, but we get to that at some point. Uh, Definitely that will be much smarter and faster to play with more players, and just fast PvP gameplay pretty much, which will be really cool. But I think they need something else for this, and that is gonna be the next topic. And I don't think they will come in the game, not somewhere else. If you say something wrong, guys. So, but I think it will be a great idea to put an open world PvP into the game. Not the same as Ilum, but Ilum was great. Don't get me wrong, even though it was laggy as hell sometimes. Uh, an open world PvP would change this game again, big time, because this game is missing it. Like, even though there is the Outlaws Den, which is like a free-for-all PvP zone, but there is not much stuff going around there. There is just one vendor there or two, and that's about it. If there is some rewards what you can get from open world PvP. I don't know, whatever decoration, whatever valor requirement, whatever you're gonna get, I think they need an open world PvP similar to the Elm one, because that thing is gonna not just massively change the PvP, but they massively changed the game aspect of this, because that is also a group content. Like, PvP is a really massive thing in this game, and a lot of people playing PvP, like including myself, I still enjoy a lot of PvP. And hopefully, this is just a speculation thing, but hopefully they're gonna put some kind of open world PvP into this game, because that will be awesome. Like, that will be just awesome to do and just play in the game. But enough about the group contents. What is gonna happen also in 2017? That is the question. What we'll definitely see for sure, I think, is gonna be alliance alerts, because they said in the game, I mean the developers, the companions, they don't want to rush it and things like that. They just wanted to bring it like a big story, because don't forget, this is a story driven MMO, and at some point you need some kind of story, same as last year. It doesn't really matter if you put it a lot of story, at some point behind it you need to put content behind it. Same was the Eternal Championship and the Uprisings and other stuffs. I think they need to do this, because a lot of people wanted to get their companion back, and also the story behind those is also great. So definitely they gonna put some kind of alliance alerts into the game for sure. So that is definitely coming in this year. But what else? What are we seeing? That is gonna be interesting, because after that, I don't know what else BioWare could bring into the table. Probably some story, but not much. Probably alliance alerts, but not much. PvP, PvE operations, flashpoints, or maybe flashpoints, uprisings, master mode, fallen empire, and eternal throne, which will come out on January, soon, 2 weeks I think. So the question is, on January 26th, what we gonna hear? Because that is gonna be a big announcement, like a really, I think there is some kind of massive changes are gonna come in, and maybe a lot of people is gonna hate it, but maybe a lot of people is gonna change it, change their game expect. I don't know, but we need to see that live stream, and until then, we can only speculate what we can see in 2017. Because in there, I think Eric Musko said 2017 is gonna be the year of group content, but not all group content. Like, we definitely not gonna see all the time group content, because that will be like too much. But they need to put some kind of story as well. Maybe they're gonna change the space, or just gonna put some big upgrades in there. I don't know about that, but we'll see what they can bring into the table. Guys, what do you guys want to see in 2017 in Star Wars: The Old Republic? Let me know in the comment section below. I definitely want to hear your ideas, or just some speculations for yourself. What do you guys want to see? Until then, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, smash a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.